There are hundreds of programming languages to pick from, and it's really difficult to pick one, especially when you're a beginner. So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 most marketable programming languages right now. So on number 1, we have Python. And this is very beginner friendly because it is very easy to learn and it's very close to the English language, the language that we use every day. Because you see that when you're programming in Python, the words that you use or the syntax that you'll be using is close to the English language. Even if I give you right now a Python code, you will have a slight idea of what will be happening because the language that is used there, the words that are used there are very close to the language that we use every day. And it also has an extensive library that supports commands and tasks. And Python can be used in things like machine learning, web application, data science, game development, and apps like YouTube, Google Search also use Python. And Python is one of the most marketable and in demand programming languages right now in 2022. Even if you go to any job portal that you use, you see that if you just type in Python, you will see a lot of vacancies that will be looking for Python developers. And on number 2, we have JavaScript, and do not confuse JavaScript and Java. Those are two different languages. So let's talk about JavaScript first. We're going to talk about Java later on. So this is one of the most commonly used languages in the world right now, and it is used to create dynamic web elements like animated graphics, interactive maps, clickable buttons. The list is endless. Basically, all front-end development. And you can also use it for mobile apps as well, game development, and also building web servers. So all those things can be done using JavaScript. And it's very marketable. Right now, if you go and look for jobs that require skills to do with JavaScript, you will be impressed. So if you master JavaScript, you increase your chance of getting into the software world by getting a job. And on number 3, we have Java. And this is a general use object-oriented programming language. This one has massive security and can handle massive amount of data and can effectively run on any operating system. We have different operating systems out there, and with Java, you'll be able to build applications that can run on any of those operating systems. And Java can be used for things like e-commerce, software development, and also for Android app development. And I should also mention that the Android development community is a bit saturated right now, and Java is also a little bit difficult to learn and understand compared to Python and other languages. So you should be very careful when you choose Java. But otherwise, if you manage to master it, you will definitely get a job. And on number 4, we have C#, which is spelled as C and hashtag. And this one is also easy to learn, but not as easy as Python. On this list that I'm going to give you, Python is the language that is easy to learn. But C# is relatively easy as well. And to beginners, it might be a little bit challenging to learn. So you should start maybe with Python, which is easy. And then once you get into programming, you can branch to C#. This was originally designed by Microsoft, and it can be used for game development, for desktop and web applications, and also in virtual reality development. And on number 5, we have C++, and this is one of the most powerful high-level languages, but it's a little bit lower compared to C# and Python, meaning to say it's more difficult to learn and understand. And projects written in C++ are also difficult to maintain and manage. And you can use C++ to build mobile applications, game engines, games, web applications, desktop apps as well. On number 6, we have HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So this one is not really a programming language, it's rather a markup language, and it's used for creating structured content for websites. It's very easy to learn, but be prepared to learn CSS and JavaScript as well because it does not work on its own. It's just a little bit limited when you're doing web development with HTML. But if you master CSS and JavaScript, your results will be way better compared to when you're only using HTML. And if you get yourself an HTML cheat sheet, you'll be able to develop websites in a couple of days using that cheat sheet. So you can go ahead and try it out and see if that is something that you want to follow as a career path. And on number 7, we have PHP, and this one was not originally meant to be a programming language. It was originally created by Rasmus Lidov to personalize his homepage. So that's where the word PHP came from. That's where the name came from. And it is a scripting language running on the server side, not the client side. So that's PHP, and it's relatively easy even for new developers. So it's easy to learn, so you can go ahead and try it out. And you can use this for back-end development and also for WordPress development. And on number 8, we have SQL or SQL. And this is structured query language. It is the most common language used for managing data stored in a relational database management systems. So basically, this is used for querying and manipulating databases. And moving on to number 9, we have CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and it works in conjunction with HTML as we've mentioned earlier on. And this is used to style web page structures and layout, and also content. So in other words, this works on the client side, okay, not the server side like PHP. So like HTML, if you want to learn CSS, you also have to learn HTML because it does not work on its own. You have to learn other languages as well, like HTML. So if you want to be a CSS programmer, you should be prepared to learn HTML. And last but not least, we have the ancestor of all programming languages, which is C. And this was released in 1972. It has a slightly cryptic syntax and it's very difficult to understand, but after mastering C, it will be easy to learn all the other languages. And you can use C for building things like operating systems, game development, and also compilers for other languages. So that's why I said earlier on that this is the ancestor of most programming languages. And you can also use it to develop enterprise softwares. So this is it, guys. These are the 10 most marketable programming languages right now in 2022. Obviously, there are other languages that can get you a job, but these are my top 10 picks. So let us know what you think there on the comment section about this list that I've just given you. And again, for you to be able to choose wisely, first choose the field of IT that you want to pursue, and that will also help you in deciding on the language to learn. And as always, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you've liked this video.